The chair gives a certain order, that order has got.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker, for giving me a chance also to contribute on the state of the national address of the President. Our President was very clear, Honorable Speaker, and his speech inspired many of us on that day, Honorable Speaker. He talked of so many things that affect us as people of this nation, Honorable Speaker, especially the economy of this country. Honorable Speaker, it is true that the economy of this country has improved compared to as it was before. Honorable Speaker, in 3 years, indeed, our President has tried because of paying debts for this country and also making sure that the country does not remain behind in terms of development. The country is developing. Is the first president, the Honorable Speaker, to make sure that he pushes the resources from the central government to the down to the villages, to the constituencies, to the counties, where the people of Kenya are, because we all come from rural to the city, Honorable Speaker. He has made sure that when you go around the country, Honorable Speaker, everywhere, you can see a project, a national project, either water project, road infrastructure, Honorable Speaker, electricity. You can see it is going on almost everywhere. Development, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, as we speak, the inflation has come down. You saw 2 years ago, politicians were wearing sufurias on their heads because of lack of food. They incited the country. Honorable Speaker, our young people joined them. But now, there is plenty of food because of the prices of fertilizer came down from 7 to 2,500. And that is what we were lacking. And the GDP, Honorable Speaker, is growing from 115 to now billion to now 136, which is showing that at least Kenya is growing economically. Honorable Speaker, if all Kenyans support the President, he is out to make sure that he moves this country to another level, which is our desire, Honorable Speaker. The latest that I saw was about kenyatta, to make sure that the youth of this country can also join others to do business, so that they grow together with other businessmen and women of this country, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, we are moving together, supporting the President to make sure that this country is moving the right direction, because he wants to move Kenya to another level. He has a vision and a mission and a direction of this country, Honorable Speaker. So with those few remarks, Honorable Speaker, I urge Kenyans to support and leave alone the politics, because politics is over until 2027. But all of us, as people of this country, should come together and leave out the hatred, so that we can support our country, we can support our government, we can support our President to move our country forward. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker.
MP for the Greater South. followed by Madam Pareo. No, first is KJ first.
Mr. Speaker, I thank you for the opportunity to debate this very important event in the Parliament, in the life of Parliament, Mr. Speaker, when the President gets the opportunity to appear before this House and report to country on the progress that is being made on the promotion of our national values. Secondly, for the President to come and tell us how we are doing as concerns our international obligations, and also for the President to come and talk to us about the state of national security. And Mr. Speaker, we all have to admit that away even just from the substance, even the form, the way this State of the Nation address was delivered was in a state that we all agree was done very well, Mr. Speaker. And Mr. Speaker, coming out of this address, it was clear that we have a leadership and a president who has decided that we can no longer as a country afford to kick the can down the road. That it is time for country to do those things that we have always wished to have done since independence, but have never had the political goodwill or even the fortitude to do them, Mr. Speaker. We all know that some of the things that the President is reporting to us on the state of the nation, be it housing, be it universal health care, be it the change of our education system, be it a matter to do with the promotion of our youth, are issues that have lived in our manifestos for now more than 6 decades, Mr. Speaker. But each time any president has attempted to go forward with affordable housing or to go forward with universal health care, because of wanting to play populist politics, everyone has shied away from it. But Mr. Speaker, coming from the address, we could see the President report to us on the progress that we are seeing on affordable housing, Mr. Speaker. Unprecedented development across this country, offering in excess of 160,000 jobs to our youth, creation of fittings and furniture in our houses by our own fundis, Mr. Speaker. Things that we have wanted to do for over 6 decades are happening now, Mr. Speaker. We all know what mess we had run into as a country because of NHIF and the things that were happening as we were developing private hospitals at the expense of our public hospitals. And now, Mr. Speaker, coming out of this address from the President, we can see clearly that we are reversing that drive towards the building of private hospitals using national resources at the expense of national and public hospitals, Mr. Speaker. So, Mr. Speaker, the takeout from this address is that, one, Kenya is at a place where we have decided we will not kick this can down the road. We will face these problems head on, and we shall deal with them head on, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, the second thing I heard from this State of the Nation address, beyond the figures and the numbers that were enumerating the successes, I had a new call, Mr. Speaker, to a reimagined Kenya, where we have to think as a country, if we want development, where does the money come from? And Mr. Speaker, it is very clear that for the last years, we have been getting money from people's savings. We go to China and get a loan. The loan we get there is the savings of the people of China. And the President, in the State of the Nation address, was calling us to reimagine how, as a nation, we can push up our pensions, how we can push up our savings, and even how we can reorganize our budgets to save more as a country than we have been saving, Mr. Speaker. And why this is important, Mr. Speaker, is because going forward, we can see where we are at with our debts. We have already touched the debt ceiling, Mr. Speaker. So this call by the President on an infrastructural bond, on a sovereign bond, Mr. Speaker, talking to us about how we can become the new Singapore, Mr. Speaker. The answer lies in the soft issues. For Singapore to be what they became, there are 2 critical things that Singapore did. One, meritocracy, the place for meritocracy. And Mr. Speaker, the second thing is patriotism. On meritocracy, Mr. Speaker, we have to say that Kenya is in no doubt going to get 100% of President William Ruto. The question has to be, what percentage of KJ will Kenya get? What percentage of that other person will Kenya get? The president has committed to his job.
Give him an additional minute.
This president has demonstrably committed to doing his job, but Mr. Speaker, it must be said that he may not be able to do it on his own. What this House must call up the executive to do is the executive must bring up meritocracy. Those who perform must be rewarded for performance. Those who can't perform must go home, Mr. Speaker, and we get people who are able to deliver together with the president. Secondly, Mr. Speaker, patriotism as a soft issue. We all must be proud to belong. And by being proud to belong, Mr. Speaker, then we shall be able to give not only our 100%, but everybody else's 100% for the betterment of country. And Mr. Speaker, the state of nation, as I had it, is that this nation is coming from a very deep hole. We have stopped digging. Now we are starting to find how to claw out of this hole. Mr. Speaker, I do thank you.
The Honorable Madam Pareyo.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for giving me this opportunity to add my voice to the State of the Nation address by His Excellency. This speech, I listened to it, and this speech gives hope to Kenyans. Why? Because when this government came to power, Kenyans had a lot of problems, starting from food. There were so many families that could not put food on the table. But when he came with an idea of subsidized fertilizers, all farmers were able to put food on the table because they could get food to give to their children. And when you look at our constituencies, there are constituencies that have not developed like others. There are those that were not considered. But these days we see the president making sure that we equally get what other constituencies are getting. When he came to power, you look at my constituency, when I went to him to see him on electricity, definitely he was able, and we were given an affirmative action funds to make sure that we come to the level of where other constituencies are. That means that all the development agendas are in every constituency, not like those days when there were people who are considered leaving other people behind. So we are now moving at the same path, and we are proud to say that in our constituencies, we see projects coming up. Like in my constituency, we have a road that they have already tendered, and that is going to be a tarmac road that will be done in an area where we do wheat. And some of my people are farmers, others are pastoralists who look after the animals, but we have no roads. But we see the president now coming out, considering these constituencies like other constituencies. So this speech gives us hope and gives us a direction of where we are coming from and where he wants to go. I know that he had to make very hard decisions when he came to power because almost there was nothing moving. And everybody was annoyed because we were all complaining of fuel, we were complaining of food, and we were not seeing what was going on. And there were people demonstrating, putting the sufurias on top of their heads because that was a demonstration to say that they have no food to put on the tables. But these days, we have more than enough. We have food that we eat, and we have food that we keep in our stores for tomorrow. So for that reason, again, when you talk about health, people were wondering what will happen now that NHIF was not there. What is this that they call SHA? But today, I'm proud to say that even my people know what SHA is. When they come to me, they say, yes, I have a patient in the hospital, but SHA was able to cover the bill for my patient. So I see SHA working. So when I listen to him talking, as much as people think that he was not articulate to what he was telling Kenyans, to some of us who have been behind and who have been left behind. We see improvement in his leadership, and he gives us hope. And when you look at his speech, we get hope, and we feel Kenyans like everybody else. Thank you.
The Honorable Christine Ombaka, followed by the Honorable Basil.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for
the
giving.
Honorable Sigei, then Mayaka. Okay. Then I'll come to Karachuonyo.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for giving me this opportunity. Before I put my case forward, let me take this opportunity to pass my condolences to the family of Jaramogi Oginga Odinga for the loss of Beryl Achieng, the sister to Baba Raila Amolo Odinga. May her soul rest in eternal peace. Back to the speech of the President, the State of the Nation. I must say how intriguing it was. It was very exciting. When the President presented his speech, he himself was so confident in his presentation. He was so exciting. He was so committed to his ideas. And one thing that stood out was that he highlighted a lot about the infrastructure for quite a lot of time. And the infrastructure, as he described what he wants to see, he was measuring it against Singapore and the economy of Singapore. In other words, he had a mission. He has a mission to fulfill that will have the standards that Singapore has had. So when it comes to infrastructure, he talked of the road system, how he really wants to extend the road system, including the SGR. And one begins to imagine, the imagination I got when he was presenting was I was seeing America, I was seeing South Africa, the extent to which the roads are well done. We always admire the trains that you see in America, the ones that you see in South Africa. The road system is so good, is so excellent. If we can reach there, the way the President described, we are good to go. That means the President will leave a huge legacy on the infrastructure. My only caution is that when that is being done, as we look forward to it excitedly, he must make sure that the standards are met, that the roads are done on they must do good roads that have quality standards, that we do not have constant potholes, that they are not too narrow, even though they may be good. They are not too narrow, they are wide, and that the infrastructure that is going to put in our system is going to be something admirable, something that looks like in Singapore. The second point that he raised was on health. He highlighted the role of community